My 23F sister-in-law-to-be, 32F, is sabotaging my wedding. So coincidentally, my sister-in-law-to-be is also an event planner, which only adds steroids to this situation. So we've been engaged for almost a year. We've only really been planning the wedding for about 6 months. But we've talked and discussed what we wanted. First, she hijacked the entertainment. We wanted a DJ. But she went ahead and booked a band. It's a local band that's apparently hard to book. This wasn't a horrible gesture or anything, but it was over the line not considering asking us first. We wanted the food served to be Southern food, as is our location, and she ordered catering from a fancier upscale place. I'm not trying to sound unappreciative or anything, but it isn't what we wanted. My fiancé got his groomsmen each a hunting jacket as a gift. I got my bridesmaids novelty rapier swords. Yeah, I'm that kind of girl. She, who is a bridesmaid, told me that the gift was stupid. My maid of honor, bless her heart, took the sword from her and said if she didn't appreciate it, then she couldn't have it. The final straw for me was when she told her boyfriend that he could serve in our wedding. Her excuse being that they were practically married, and she wanted him to be a part of the experience. This is probably the 80th guy she's dated since I've known her. So I know he's going to be gone soon. I very politely informed her that if she didn't leave my house, there would be slapping involved. On the previous note, she recommended to me that I take my own brother out of the ceremony to accommodate for her boyfriend. It seems like a personal vendetta against me now. My fiancé ended up getting into an argument with his family over this, and they defended his sister. He told them if they didn't respect our wishes, then they could stay home. The threat worked, but not for so long. When we were discussing at my engagement party where we were going for our honeymoon, we said we were going to Scotland. She said that sounded dumb, and that we should go somewhere nicer. Little girl, I have a prehistoric lake monster to find, and I'm not letting you get in the way of that. I very sweetly told her we made sure to get a nice king-sized bed so the three of us can all have fun together. After all, it's all of our wedding. I had a sit down with her later and told her that she was getting under my skin with everything. She told me it wasn't personal, and I assured her that it seemed that way. I told her that we were going to be family soon, and I wanted her at my wedding. A half-truth, but she needed to mellow out. She left without saying much, but she made a group chat today with everybody in the wedding party in it, assigning everybody specific tasks based off of their strengths and weaknesses. What should I do about her? She's taking the fun out of my wedding, and common sense won't stick with her for more than a few hours. How should I handle this? Fire her. Easy. Reply back to the group messages, sorry my FSIL forgets herself. That is mine or my MOH's job to assign task. So please disregard that last text message. If she calls you or complains, say, I just talked to you about my boundaries. If you can't respect them, you do not need to be at my wedding. I understand you are an event planner, but this is your brother's and my event, and we will plan it as we see fit, not how you see fit. Not sure why you let her do this. You can simply say no. We want Southern food. Period. We want a DJ, not a band. I personally agree the rapier is a very weird gift that is going to end up in the garbage or a closet for most people. But you do you. And same with your attendance. Just say no. Change to a DJ and change your food. Password protect everything and tell vendors Sil isn't in charge of your wedding. BTW, I'm headed to Scotland on Sunday. Will be my 4th trip there. So much to do and so beautiful. How is she able to do these things? Did you hire her as the event coordinator? I just don't understand how she was able to choose the catering menu for you. The bags. Okay, maybe she knows them. And not a huge deal. But the menu is a big deal. Push back. Fire those caterers. Go pick your own and don't tell her about it so she has no chance to intervene. Don't tell her about any of your other choices either. Keep her out of the loop. She's taken over as bridezilla for you. Point that out. Point out how you are different PPL who want different things, and point out this is a very expensive event, so unless she's paying for it, she can sit down. Just elope. She's not planning your wedding. She's planning hers. Go get married in Scotland or anywhere that actually makes you happy, because your wedding should not be something you have to endure. I mean, unless she's paying for these things, it's not her decision. Draw a clear line and warn with an ultimatum of being cut out of the wedding. Better if it's your partner does it, but can come from you as well. It sounds like she's planning her own wedding, not yours. You're going to have to make those vendor calls yourself, I'm afraid. My sister-in-law-to-be is also an event planner. She left without saying much. But she made a group chat today with everybody in the wedding party in it, assigning everybody specific tasks based off of their strengths and weaknesses. Her weakness is being your event planner. Fire her and tell her it wasn't personal. Congrats on your soon-to-be wedding. What authority does she have to book things in your name? If nothing, then call these vendors up ASAP and tell them that you heard that such and such was ordered and it wasn't you, and that they need to go for the person that they contracted with and wash your hands of it. The onus is then on them to clear it with her. Then make your own arrangements and password protect everything. If she was hired by you, then time to sit her down and say that she either corrects things and flies right, or she is off the project. Take your vision back or resign yourselves to being unhappy. Elope. I'm sorry, but I have zero empathy for you and your fiancé. You have no backbone. This is your and your fiancé wedding, yet she is the center of attention before, during and after your wedding. She's taken over how your wedding will be. She's going to do the same during your wedding because everything will be running on her schedule. What she says goes. After the wedding, she will talk about how amazing she did setting up your wedding because the things you wanted were pathetic, ridiculous and tasteless, and if not for her you wouldn't have ever had a great wedding. Your fiancé is her brother and he's done absolutely nothing either. Both of you get no sympathy. I'm sorry. This is such an easy fix, yet you guys allow boundaries stomped all over, and oh, let's not even go into the baby shower. That will be 3x worse than now. Either get a backbone, start from scratch and do what you both wanted, or stop complaining about it. Sorry to be harsh, and please, for the love of God, don't say, "We just don't like confrontation," because that is a ridiculous cop-out. You don't confront. You have a conversation. Honest and truthful. If the other person starts going off, get up and leave, since you don't like confrontation. Majority of people who say that, they're doormats 99.999% of the time. Is it your wedding or hers? A professional event planner takes only what you say. Little girl, I have a prehistoric lake monster to find, and I'm not letting you get in the way of that. Love this comment. I don't have any advice to add, but I hope you have a wonderful wedding and fantastic honeymoon. If you meet Nessie, come back and share pictures. I would explain that when she gets married, she doesn't need to hand out swords. She can pick the menu she wants and select the honeymoon she prefers. But for your wedding, your plans are not suggestions but actually what is going to happen. Honestly, ditch her from doing anything in your wedding. I'm Scottish. I agree, just come here and get married. Just be prepared for our unpredictable weather, especially in the Highlands. Some thermals and raincoats need to be packed no matter when you come. I grew up there. Spent many times looking for our Nessie, but she's good at hide and seek. Good luck whatever you do. So, she is using your weeding as an Instagram moment for her business. I would make it clear that is how it feels. But I would make her brother have that conversation with her. Cancel everything she's booked. Boot her from the wedding. And tell her that one more word or comment out of her mouth will get her kicked off the invite list. As well, right along with anyone who tries to support her nonsense. Last I checked, this is not Syl's wedding. If she did this to one of her clients, she would have been fired the first time, not after the 5th occurrence. So we've given her more than enough chances. She has been asked several times to stop overstepping. And if she is incapable of controlling herself, then DF. And I will have no choice but to make sure she cannot continue to turn our wedding into her event. If you don't like it, you can keep her company at home and find yourselves on the outside of our lives as long as it takes for you to realize we make the decisions in our life together as a couple. ETA. Reading other comments. I am also voting for eloping to Scotland. Bonus points if you pass it off as a friend's trip and have the rest of your bridal party go for a big Nessie hunt with you. Remind her she isn't the bride. She seems to be jealous and needing attention.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.